There's the rational mind and there's the emotional mind. They can both be friend and they can both be foe to the untrained eye. When we're using the rational mind, we're using logic and reasoning, what we can see, what we can touch, what we can measure to confirm what's true or not. And when we're in the emotional mind, we're using resonance, what feels true. So they are two different versions of reality. And ideally, we want to have one foot in the rational mind and one foot in the emotional mind. But where things get a little bit more complicated is depending on our emotional state or our level of consciousness, depends on when we want to lean more into the emotional mind or more into the rational mind, although we still want a little bit of the two working together. So for example, when we are in lower levels of consciousness, lower on Dr. Hawkins scale of consciousness, for example, depression, shame, anxiety, anger, pride, etc. Those emotions are unhelpful negative emotions because what resonates with us, what feels right in the moment, are all the horrible things. Like when we're depressed, what feels true? Oh, let's just disengage in life. Let's just go back to bed. I'm too tired for this. Nothing ever works my way. Why bother trying, right? But then when we're in a positive emotional state, what resonates with us is the path to happiness. So we're in lower levels of consciousness, like depression, shame, guilt, anxiety, anger, etc. We want to rely more on the rational mind and rational thinking, which is why I love REBT, rational emotive behavior therapy, because if we beef up the rational mind, that will kind of move us up the scale of consciousness. However, once we start moving into more positive emotional states, like happiness, bliss, love, whatnot, we want to rely more on emotional resonance to the path to happiness and less on the rational mind. Because when we're in a positive emotional state and we use our imagination to create the life that we want, what resonates with us, what feels true in the moment, is the path that we want to follow, even though that doesn't make much rational sense. So depending on where we fall on Dr. Hawkins' levels of consciousness depends on whether we want to listen more to the rational mind or we want to listen more to the emotional mind to create a path to happiness.